So I'm recording, doing something new. I'm trying this for 2021. I'm going to start recording when I do lives, especially when they're lives when it's just me. When it's dual lives, that's going to be a little bit harder. But I want to add these into, instead of doing a written blog, I'm going to start adding these as video blogs. So I'm also going to be using this as the podcast, as a podcast release. So you're going to hear and see, you may hear similar information if you follow me on the live, but there's so many of you that don't get to catch the lives or go to IGTV, or you might not even be on Facebook or Instagram. So I wanted to take some of the information that I share at those platforms and really be able to provide them across the board. So instead of doing a written blog starting now, I'm going to start doing video blogs because I really like to talk more than I like to write. So anyway, so if you're catching this, you will be able to see this on YouTube, hopefully. I'm trying this out, so hopefully this all works out. If not, it'll be in a YouTube video and I'll put the link there, or we'll figure it all out. But I'll also be live on Instagram, so I'm gonna do the intro for Instagram. You will hear all the Instagram noise in the background when I'm talking to people on Instagram, but I really want you to be present to hear the information I'm sharing towards losing the weight of things that are holding you back. And so I'm going to go live here at Instagram in just a minute and play the intro music. But I want to thank you guys for being part of this community. And thank you for stopping and checking out my blog and listening to the podcast. I really appreciate you all so much. God has given me um, a gift of talk, a gift of planning and organizing. And I just want to share it and help other women be able to plan and organize their lives in a way that they can achieve their goals. So that being said, I'm going to get ready to head over here on Instagram and get started. So I'll be right here and I'm not going anywhere. And I'm just going to pause the recording for a minute. I just realized. Welcome you guys to the first vlog of 2020 and the last vlog of 2020. I started recording and I hit stop record. So this was supposed to be all recorded at one time. It didn't quite work out. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is what happens when you try to do more than one thing. So you guys, welcome to my first. So I wanted to come before you. First of all, welcome you to the first vlog and the first podcast. No, this is the first vlog, first podcast, the last vlog and podcast of 2020 as we prepare to enter into 2021. And I wanted to talk a little bit about getting rid of the weight, whatever the weight is for you. So 2020, we already know what 2020 situation was. So I'm not even going to bring it up because we already know. So everybody else is saying it. I'm not going to say it. But what I really want you to do is over the next few days to take some time to journal. I want you to stop and take some time to journal about some prompts I'm going to give you. Okay. So first of all, thank you everybody for joining me here. I want to thank you all, everyone in the community for, if you even showed up, if you watched a live video, if you watched a reposted video, if you commented on a post or just went through my feed, just want to say thank you. If you purchased a class or you purchased a book, thank you. Thank you for being part of this community and thank you for being part of my life. I can't tell you how much you mean to me and how much I appreciate you and how much I really want you to live your sweetest life. And thank you for all the women who have been part of this community, the women who have come in and given their time, shared their resources, shared their community, shared their products. You guys are, I admire you all, and I thank you so much for coming into my home here, The Sweet Life, and I thank you for being part of it. I really appreciate you being part of it and being in my world, and I love you all so much, and I will continue to shop with you and follow you. So tonight I just want to talk about some prompts. I love planning. Planning is my thing, and so most of my life I was good at planning and being able to produce, like create things or be able to achieve things. But I also have lately and learned and grown to learn how to plan for the life I want to have. So one of the things that would like for us to do, and I'm going to also do it, is to spend some time journaling over the next couple days, to spend some time with some self-evaluation. And I want you to get out your journal, and I'm going to give you a few journal prompts that I want you to sit down, and I want you to take some time to really evaluate who you were in 2020. When you think about last year, what do you wish you would have done more of? It's one prompt. When you think about last year, what would you wish you would not have done? And lastly, I want you to, well, be really proud of yourself for where you are right now. Okay. Definitely write that down. Where are you at right now? And spend some time also in self evaluation, thinking about what held you back last year. What were the things that you should have done that you didn't do that you wish you would have done, but now you didn't do? And you feel like it's over, but it's not. You're still here, you're still breathing, so you can still do it. But what is that thing that you wish you would have done? Take inventory of your struggles and what kept you bound in 2020. When we all got hit with that virus thing, I'm not even going to say its name. It held a lot of people back. For one, like one of my goals last year was to read more books. I was going to read a book a month. That was my goal. Well, then when that situation happened, all I wanted to do was watch Netflix. I wanted to watch Netflix. I wanted to sit around and watch HBO. That's all I wanted to do was watch Prime. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't want to read. And I wish I could have. I had a lot of time. I had a lot more time to read, and I didn't take advantage of it. So that's one goal that I'm going to reevaluate for this year and see how I can incorporate that goal to be more successful at it. So that's a goal. That's one of my goals. So now I'm going to think about the steps I need to take, right? So I need to really look at my time management. And that's another thing I want you to write a prompt on. What area did you use good time management? And what areas do you need to grow in time management in? Write that in your journal so we can go back. I'm having you write these down in your journal because I want you to be able to go back in a few months and say, hey, I did this better, or hey, I improved on this, or hey, that's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to go back and see the areas you've grown in. See, what is your morning routine? A whole nother area. So without my morning routine, I probably would be crabby. So my morning routine, the first hour of my day, I spend alone. I get up, I do my workout, I do my meditation, I do my prayer. I spend that time by myself in my own self. And I don't spend that time with anybody else because for years, like when I first would get up or first interact with people, it's like, want, need, da, 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 da. Everybody wants something. And it became so overwhelming that I had to learn what I need to do for me to be able to have me be peaceful. And I found that me waking up an hour earlier made me help me to have a better, more peaceful start to the day. And so I want to encourage you to take a look at your morning routine. What does it look like? Do you wake up frustrated and overwhelmed, or do you wake up relaxed? Do you wake up at peace, or do you wake up, just ready to be angry at the world? And then your evening routine. What do you do before you go to bed? Do you, like I was saying on my other meeting I just had, do you go in the kids' rooms and yell at them before you go to bed so then you're all charged up? Do you watch things that get you angry or upset or cause emotions, or do you allow yourself to settle down for the day? One thing I talk about is tucking yourself into bed. Do we really tuck ourselves in the bed? We tucked our kids in the beds and make sure they're all tucked in and cozy, and we read them a book and we get them warm blankets and maybe warm milk. But what for ourselves? What do we do? So I really want you to start really looking at your evening routine and be honest with yourself. If you're not giving yourself what you need to have this sweet life that you love, then what steps can you take to start working towards achieving that? If you want to have more time in the evening or morning, what may you have to do? You may have to go to bed earlier so you can get up a little bit earlier so you can have a little time for yourself. Or you may have to get the kids to bed earlier so you can have a little time. When my kids were little, they went to bed at 7 o'clock, 7:30. They didn't even know it was 7 o'clock, 7:30. They didn't know how to tell time. So we would put them to bed, and then we would always have time to either, I was in nursing school, so I was studying, or we would have time for ourselves or whatever. But you have to start making those adjustments in your life so that you can really have a life that you love. And it may take steps in planning. Whatever you're going for, have a picture of what you want to look like. So I was sharing that my husband, we wanted to renovate our house, our basement. And my husband had a picture of what he wanted the basement to look like. Like for years, he had this image of what he wanted to look like. Now, without that image of how he wanted to look, he might have been down here putting up walls here, putting paint there, putting this there. But just like an architect, they have a plan and they execute that plan step by step by step. It's the same for anything you want in your life, whether it be a happier marriage, whether it be a calmer life, whether it be more time to read. plan step by step. And we can do that together. We can continue to learn to plan together, and create those steps that you need to build that life you want. And then I just want to remind you that, you have control over your life, right? Nobody else does. We don't have control over other people either. We can't change our husbands. We can't, we can impact and change our children, but we can't change our bosses. We can't change the people we work with. Sometimes you have to change the people around you. So if you need to leave that job, or you need to, do something different in your life, those are things that you need to take into consideration to be able to build that life you love. I'm here to provide you with resources. So I want you to live a sweet life. I want you to have, and a sweet life isn't this perfect life where, everybody's singing Dixie and we're all together and we're all happy and lovey-dovey. No, that's really what you have within. Your sweet life can be an external thing. It can be, you say you want to bring you flowers. If that's what brings you joy, me having plants around me brings me joy. So I have plants around me, but that's not if I didn't have the plants, I would still have peace, because that's a choice. So I want you to really look at those areas that you carry weight on you emotionally. And then we'll talk physical weight and how that impacts it. But we're going to talk emotional weight right now and see those areas that you can remove, grow in. And then we'll start to talk more as we start the year about what that looks like. Okay, what that looks like as you move into 2021. We'll talk about planning. We'll talk about taking steps. And I did bring my planner in, and I shared that I use this planner. It's from Michaels. It's really cheap. I'm not promoting Michaels, but this one's usually they have them 50% off. I think I got it for $20. But I like this planner because it not only does it have your day by day, or your month by month. Let me get to January. I'm starting to plan January. It has like your full laid out month, but it also has a day by day. So if you need to write things out day by day, you can do that. And then the one thing I really love about it is there's a sheet in between each month. It's like a blank sheet. And I use that to plan out like my month. So what I want to work on the next month, I do brainstorming there. And what I'll be sharing with you first of the year, I'll be sharing with you my system for goal achieving, no matter what the goal is. And I use the same system. I've used this for years, but I do mine in a bullet journal just because it's something I do that provides peace for me. And I'll be sharing these in a free downloadable book for you, sheets. And what I do is I write my goal for the week up here. And then, as you see, I have not done a good job of mapping out for the week, but I map out each day what I want to achieve towards that goal. And then down at the bottom, I keep like an inspirational spot here and a spot for a scripture that I want to focus on for the week. So that's also a great way to learn scriptures. Like you can choose a scripture that, you want to focus on, and you just read that scripture every day. Or, I put more to come in 2021. That's my saying, more to come in 2021. That's what my quote for this, more to come in 2021. And so I'm going to be sharing with you the process I use. And I'm also going to be opening up for coaching, one-on-one coaching. I'm going to be opening up. It's the first time I've opened up for coaching in 2 years. And we need this right now. You need this right now. And I want to really give you the steps one-on-one towards achieving that goal. So we'll provide it with the same type of worksheet, but we'll be doing it together. We'll be working that together. I'll also be providing additional resources for those that I coach with, and providing access to me for us to work together to really achieve those goals. See where we can pivot, wherever you need to pivot. And we'll be working over a 90-day period towards a goal that you want to achieve. And I'm only taking on a few clients to do that, because I really want to be able to focus on those clients that I take on to achieve their goal, and to help them to really be able to navigate this process and get to the end the way they like for it to be seen. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited to be able to work more closely with you guys here in the community to be able to achieve your goals. So over the next few days, really take the time to do those props. You'll also find them in the show notes and in the notes right here and if you're looking at on the blog. You'll find them all in the notes right here, that you can go back to, and you can look at those prompts and you can write about those over the next few days. So you can start to see what you need to release. Number one, because you may not even realize you need to release some things. And number two, really start making a plan towards releasing those. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited for 2021. I'm excited for tomorrow, because tomorrow is a new day and a new opportunity. But really take that time to sit down and use those journal prompts to look at the areas in your life that you want more time management. Look at what 2020 looked like, wish you had done, wish you wouldn't have done, wish you would have done more of. Really look at the struggles you had, the challenges you had, and write those down. And then we'll start to work towards achieving the life that you love. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for being part of this community. I'm really excited for us to grow even more in 2021. I'm really excited, and I'm excited to grow with you, because I have things that I want to work on, and I want to continue to do that with you, and I want to continue to help you to build your sweetest life. So thank you for joining us, and I will catch you on the next video or podcast, whichever way you're listening. Bye bye.